there's a lot of updates. It's been a good and chaotic last couple months. I had my solo show opening and you guys saw the video, maybe you didn't, documenting making an entire solo show in just a couple months. And since then it's been a lot of catch up, thinking about what my next steps are. I'm going to take you through a bunch of paintings I made, commissions or personal endeavors, experimentation, some of my thoughts around the tax season, and how I've been transitioning as an artist in my business, how that affects YouTube, and other aspects of how I fill my time. So after the show, I needed to work on a commission of a friend for my band. It's one of their long-term friends who they wanted to have painted for his parents. I also had a pizza box with Shaq's face on it kicking around a long time that just for funsies I really wanted to paint, so I got to do 2 portraits in the last while. Don't judge my look, it's a leftover from last night. Ever since I got this pizza box I have been so busy, but I've thought about painting Shaq and I think it's about time I did it. I'm just kind of taking on different smaller projects and finishing up a commission, and now I want to move from portrait to portrait and have fun on Shaq. So enjoy this painting of Shaquille O'Neal. After that, I was working on Patreon related stuff. We did Contemporary February, which was a challenge surrounding thinking about what attributes you can bring into your creative work to make it fit in a modern contemporary context and feel like it's relating to current art trends and ideas and make it stand out. Despite whatever traditional subject matter you might have, how do you transition it into 2024? It gave me the idea to start working on more iPhone photos as my photographic references for paintings, because generally if I'm using my nicer camera, I'm using it in more secluded, idyllic landscapes. But my phone, I'll do quick captures of things I just think look interesting in my more everyday surroundings, more populated places, and it makes for a very different energy. So I'm curious if I can integrate some more contemporary looking landscapes, more everyday looking landscapes into my imagery and how that might impact what my art looks like over time. I've been thinking a lot about different ways I can transition my business model and increase revenue sources in new areas. I used to get a lot of my money from advertisement, whether that was sponsorships or ads running on YouTube videos. Now I'm trying to get that more from doing work related to painting, since that's my favorite type of work to do. In that pursuit though, I've been happy to try different means of income sources, and I did apply to a job that I think got fulfilled before my application was ever really in the batch, so I was kind of sad happy about that. It would have been a cool opportunity to teach fine art again, but also I've been doing a lot of discussion with my nephew who's operating his music career and utilizing paid advertisement to help with product sales, and that's something I've never ventured into. I've only used social media as a free sort of way of connecting with audience and people who like my art. So I'm developing my website and my in-house product development so that I can do more merchandise from home. You can see my studio doesn't have a ceiling and it's a nice workspace. There's just like a cement floor with paint I've thrown on there. I like it, but it could definitely be easier to work with in terms of operating a business in the space. I just did my profit and loss for my taxes this year, and it was really encouraging to see where my income is coming from and how I've successfully transitioned some of those things over the last couple years, because during that time it was scary. Anytime you're making a career switch or adjusting to the times, you have to venture into a pathway that you haven't tried before and learn new things, put yourself out there in new ways, and it's been proving to be fruitful. So I'm very grateful for that. I also am going to teach a workshop in March next month. That's exciting. It's the first time I've done an in-person teaching event in years. We're going to work on acrylic landscapes And this is all part of me wanting to connect with physical community more over artwork and to increase my presence in the Salt Lake, Utah art community space. I want to be applying to different things, getting in the door. Working on that show with Wow Atelier was an awesome way to build out some new community, and I want to continue on that excursion. I'm in a really good place in life. I feel very lucky because I definitely wasn't sure if my mojo would come back, but here it is. I'm working on music with my band, and they're the best friends I could have asked for, and building relationships with friends and family, and I feel more safe within myself, more self-assurance. I'm just really optimistic about life and work going forward. As I'm on this journey of self-improvement and working on my home, my office, my studio, my business, I want to be able to share some of that stuff vlog style for, those who are interested in my personal life, or those interested in my art, or those who are just living creative lifestyles and find information that's helpful for you or encouraging for you. Because I love me, the creatives out there, regardless of how you do it. If you're a hobbyist, honestly, you're like the luckiest, because being a hobbyist artist is just so free and fun. And I hope that I can help you enjoy it as much as possible. Thanks for caring for the updates and the journey. 32-year-old me carving my artist's way. Subscribe, check out my social media at Robin Sealark, and my website, robinsealark.com, for paintings, prints, merchandise, and more. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye. My hair's in a weird place right now. It's a continuous grow out process with me battling against compulsive urges to cut and dye it. My dye job is kind of crazy, so I just put purple all over it. So we'll see what happens. I'm not really sure how to resolve this.